Hello and welcome back to the Man to Man podcast. The theme of today: progress, ownership, and leading yourself forward. Now, it's been a few weeks since I last recorded. Life's shifted, should we say. I split up with my partner, started a new business, slipping in some areas, but showing up hard in others. So this is kind of covering all those topics in one catch-up episode, I guess, while also allowing me to kind of dump my thoughts and process it out loud a little bit. So today I wanted to focus on two areas, although there's a lot of subject matter in that I've just mentioned there. There's two areas. I'm going to divide it into two things, and that's getting back on it when you fall off and doing life your way, on your terms. And I'm going to separate it, cover it under those two banners. Because whether it's your health, your work, your habits, your relationships, forward is the only way. So, picking up where you left off. Slipping doesn't mean you're done. Let me start by being upfront. And let's lay it all out there. I fell off some of the routines that I had. This podcast, for one. Some of the content that I was doing, structure, I guess. But only structure in some areas. But instead of spiralling, I recognised that and got back to it. That's why we're here now. Look, slipping is normal. Staying down, that's the choice. Everyone likes to think as life, day to day, everything to be linear. As in, wake up, stick to this solid routine. Life's good, get everything done, go to sleep, get up, do the next day. And that progress is consistent. However, life isn't like that. Your mind's not like that. The scenarios that you're faced with aren't like that. Day to day, every day is different. And you have these routines that you want to adhere to. And it's important that you try your hardest and do everything you can to stick to those routines. But there will be deviation from time to time, and that's not a problem. It's not always going to go perfect every day. That's not a problem. What is a problem if you have a bad day and then you have another bad day and then you have another day where you slipped and another and another and another. When you notice that pattern, stop. Take a moment. Brief focus. Look at why you're doing it. What needs to be done. Assessing what you can do now, today. Make a plan. Get back on it. Like I said, the slipping is not unheard of. It's normal. It's guaranteed, should we say. You can't escape it. But what matters is as soon as you notice, get back up, dust off, and get back to it. You're not necessarily going to restart feeling motivated. You restart begrudgingly sometimes. And that first action is almost as difficult, if not sometimes more difficult, than when you first started. But you restart by moving regardless of how you feel. You don't need perfect streaks. You need consistency. Over time. And that's the difference between looking at the micro and the macro. If you look at every day as, oh, this day weren't good, this day weren't good, you're going to get bogged down. Zoom out. Look at it all. There's a bigger picture here. You don't judge a film off one scene. So look at it over time. Do it your way and own the process. Here's what I've learned about doing things my way. Or on the other side of that, choosing not to do it my way and doing it in ways that go against what I want to do, what I need to do, and kind of saving grace, if that's the right phrase in this scenario. Well, you know you should be doing something. There's a way that you should be doing it. And just because someone else said or someone else suggested, you're like, oh, okay, let's go with that. And you ignore that voice within. Me personally, I've stopped trying to do things the way other people say I should. Now, that doesn't mean not taking on advice. That doesn't mean not listening to other people. That'd be silly. That's how we learn, that's how we grow, that's how we develop, that's how we nurture, that's how we advance onto the next level. But you know deep down, just as I know deep down, what needs to be done. How you feel is the best way to go about it. And if it's not, you learn from that and you adjust, you recalibrate, and then you take another step. But you only find that out by doing it your way and being self-aware to not repeat the same mistakes. Me, my diet, my routine, my business, I'm building all that to work for me. That's why I'm sticking to it to the best degree I've done in a long while. Progress is made. Sure, it's not exactly where I want it to be, but that progress is progress. It's better than previously. I'm not going to say yesterday because, again, that's looking at the macro, micro. Look back a week, look back a month. Whew, loads of progress made. Like yesterday, I did nothing. Literally nothing. Now I could get bogged down by that. I did a bit of work, obviously, but no exercise. Didn't hit my targets. My fitness targets, didn't even attempt them. But I'm back on it today. Now I could focus on that yesterday and think, oh, I'm not doing too great. But then I zoom out of it. I've lost 2 stone in 2 months. I'm doing good. Making a hell of a lot of progress. Getting stronger. My mind's getting clearer. Now there are repercussions because today I feel sluggish, dehydrated because I weren't staying hydrated yesterday. So getting back on that weight bench is, fuck me, it's more difficult than it would have been if I hadn't have done nothing yesterday. But I can't change that. I can only put my attention, or my attention's best put towards the now. I used to fail by trying to copy people who didn't live my life, and I am not here to tell you how to do things. I'm merely here to show you what's working for me and what's not. And you can take heed from that advice and adjust your path to do what I'm doing or not do what I'm doing, because you can learn from anyone. Someone's doing the complete opposite of what you want to be. You can see how that's panning out for them. You do you. But it's all about filtering advice. Keeping what fits and chucking in the bin what doesn't. Doing it your way doesn't mean making excuses. It means owning your process. All men respect systems that they build themselves. And by building it yourself, taking bits from here and there, but a system that you built that works, is functional, that makes progress for you, you respect that a hell of a lot more than me or anyone else saying, do it this way, do it this way. Build it yourself. Trust your own blueprint and trust it by trial and error. Noticing what works, noticing what doesn't, and adjusting. Adjusting, making the changes, and continuing. So, like I mentioned, for me, life's changed a hell of a lot in the past couple of months. 5-year relationship gone. It's been emotional. But it's been freeing too. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to the other person. I mean, by deciding to take pride in my voice, take pride in who I am, and what I've got to say. Excuse me. And not dimming my voice for other people. Don't ever dim your voice for anyone. You say what you say. You say what you believe. You say what's on your mind. You speak your truth. And over time, your circle will form. You can't please everyone. You're not here to please everyone. Billions of people on the planet. Some will like you. Some will detest you. And that's okay. Because you like people. And you detest people too. That's just the way it works. Let people be. But don't dim your voice. I've started a new business. Fresh start. New pressure. But new vision as well. So a lot of things going on in my environment, mentally, physically, with losing all that weight, feeling better, feeling more clarity. Still not where I want to be, and that work in progress is a forever journey, which makes it exciting because there is better days ahead. There is good things ahead. Sure, you've got to work for them, but that makes them ever more beautiful when you achieve them. When your old life starts crumbling, you don't rebuild backwards. Stand strong. You move forwards. You've got to lead through that pain. Not just talk about it, lead through it. And if you feel like you haven't got anyone else in your life, lead yourself. Because you're your own big brother. Keep pushing forward, don't give up. Know your worth. Keep fighting for that better you. Be humble. But be vicious in your pursuit to your goals, to what you want from life. Because you're not here forever. Time is finite. You will die. But the fact that you're here now is an absolute blessing. And that's a blessing whether you believe in, if you're religious or not. From a mathematical point of view, it's a miracle. We're all deserving of good things, but we just have to work for them. And by working for them and achieving them, and that pursuit makes it a wonderful journey. Makes it exciting. Makes it difficult. Sure. But that doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. And guess what? By not doing that, by not pursuing it, by not going down that path of progress, it's a hell of a lot more difficult dealing with it in your head as you sat around moping, feeling sorry for yourself, with the pity party, the woe is me. Because guess what? I've been there too. And that is a hell of a lot more difficult. That lack of pride, that lack of self-worth, that 9 times out of 10 you've inflicted on yourself. And yes, it's difficult to get out of. That takes time. But you only get out of that by progress. Day by day, bit by bit, week by week. So just start. Look around you. What can be done now? Make a plan. Don't be afraid of a pen and a piece of paper. Most people, not most, but there's far too many people that don't even own a pen, a proper pen, and a pad. You ask them to write something down, they're scuffling for a piece of paper. Start respecting what's in that head of yours. Write it down. Make a plan. You're worth more than you actually believe that you are. And you'll realise that by taking those tiny steps. My fitness is a perfect example of that. 2 stone, 2 months. Not by smashing it every day, but by showing up most days. Changed my diet, got serious about my routine. Didn't aim for perfect, I aim for progress. I aim for long-term consistency. Zoom out. Don't be so insular, looking at that tiny moment in time. Zoom out. Some days I'll slip. I'll eat the wrong thing, miss the mark. But that's life. I get back to it. And the more progress I make, the more belief I have in myself. And that is difficult at the start because you need to make that progress without that belief. And I get why that's difficult, because I've been there, not just once, not just twice, but more times than I can count or remember. And that's not to say I'm in this perfect place now, because no one is. There is no perfect by its definition. Is impossible. It's made up. It's make-believe. Progress. That's what matters. And no matter where you're at in your journey, as long as you're making progress, mate, that's the link between physical improvement and mental belief. It's just progress multiplied. Look, one man to another. If you're in a slump right now, this is what I want you to know. You can fall off. You can slow down. You can have those days where you think, what's the point? But you don't stop. You don't give in. Get up. Say, fuck it. And in that moment, you go for it. One step more is one step of progress. And that progress compounds. Don't wait to feel perfect. Just act. If you're listening to this now, fucking chuck your headphones off and get to it. Switch me off, my boring tone of voice. Get some fucking hardcore music on and just do the shit that you told yourself you was going to do. Even if it's just one small thing, tidying up your environment, sending that report, making those calls, sending those emails, lifting those weights. Tiny things that accumulate over time, like a jigsaw, piece by piece. And over time, the picture starts to form. Build your routine around your life. Don't copy someone else's hustle. Don't try to be where someone else is. Take inspiration from it, sure. Take ideas from it. But you be you. There's a character in you that's waiting to be formed that's better than any motherfucker out there. Build it. The world needs it. The world needs strong men. Now more than ever. And it's up to us to pick ourselves up. Brush off the shit. Build. Lead. Protect. Whether you believe it or not, the world needs the strong version of you more than you could ever imagine. You're still here. And that means the mission's not over. So let's get back to it. Man to man. That's it for this one. I'm back. I'm building. And I'm doing it my way. And I'm not stopping for no fucker. If you've slipped, as Jocko Willink said, good. That means you've got something to come back from. Let's move forward. Man to man. Let's do this.